Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for another video. So in today's video I'm going to be doing the interior of the haunted mansion. Now we got this house again quite a long time ago, but it was actually on my to-do list of interiors, and now we got Madame Leota's table in the premium shop. I thought it would be the perfect time to go in and do this house again and kind of decorate it. I don't do it exactly based off of the movie because there's a lot in game that we don't have that I felt like is kind of integral part of Haunted Mansion as a film and to make it movie accurate. So I did my best. So I started off in the first room, which is our kind of introduction room. I used the haunted wallpaper, and I do put in the thorny doors. I do go in later and change these out for different doors, but for the start I wanted to create this really nice kind of instantly spooky vibe, and this is going to be the main room where we show off Madame Leota's beautiful table that we now have in the premium shop and kind of decorated around that. Now, as this was the introduction room, I really wanted to use some of the Haunted Mansion paintings, but I actually decided to go with the red curtains matched with the Remy windows that we can get from Scrooge's. These windows, just for some reason, when they're used in a setting like this, give off a really spooky vibe to me. And then I started adding in all of the lighting to kind of cover those walls and cover the ceiling and add in any final little objects that I wanted to in this main part before I then went in and started decorating around the walls. This build in this room is very kind of simplistic and has not too much going on because I want the Madame Leota table to be the centerpiece and be the first thing that gets your attention. So I wanted the stuff around the rest of the room to really not detract away from this gorgeous item. Once we had completed that first room, I then went on to the second room. This is the room on the right, and in here I decided I wanted to create like a dining space. Now I didn't want to go for like a kitchen just because I felt like it didn't really fit the vibe I was going for, so I actually decided to make this kind of grand dining hall, and the new table and everything from the aerial bundle just felt like the perfect item because it is such a huge table. So I did pop that in and added some of the plates that we get in that set, as well as a couple of the other table items, and added the rug below it before again going in with the same windows and the same kind of lighting scheme with the floating candles and the chandelier to give it a really nice kind of lighting and make this table the main focus of the whole room. Now, as I'd used the red rug and the red chairs in this build, I decided to match the walls and use this like red curtain one, just because I felt like it gave this room such a like grand royal look to it. I added in again some of the rummy windows with the gold and red curtains, and then also some of the gold windows from the aerial bundle to just make it feel like the windows are really tall and grand in here and kind of overwhelming when you walk in. I wanted it to feel like a very big room that had really tall walls and everything like that. And then I kind of changed up the flooring to match it to the rest of the room before adding in a final few items round on this back wall, which are just a couple of spooky items I felt like made sense in this room, kind of just made this back wall not seem so bare and open, and kind of just added a little bit more of a spooky touch to it. Adding a bit of extra lighting, I added some of the kind of like flame lighting posts that you get from Beauty and the Beast, as well as some melted candles all around the build, as well as some flames above the door. I wanted the lighting in here to feel very natural and as though it was kind of very old school and didn't really have like big electric lights. So I decided to do that before tweaking some of the decorations on the table to kind of make it seem how I wanted it to look and include some of the silverware. Right, now at this point of the video, as you can see, you're probably a bit confused and be like, how are we in a completely different room? My footage corrupted on one of the whole of the rooms and then also the first half of this room, so I'll quickly run you through it. So this room is kind of like the potions experiment room. So in here is where I put all of the paintings on the walls. I wanted to use different size paintings and make it look really cluttered, and I put the Haunted Mansion ones on the back wall and added some other ones to the sides. I obviously put the Haunted Mansion wallpaper in again with some dark flooring. And then all around the room we've got some shelves with some potion bottles. We have got the Haunted Mansion piano, and also just again lots of spooky items around. The cauldron in the middle, which has got a little kind of shrine area, and then again the same lighting on the ceiling. Apologies that it corrupted, and as you'll see when I walk through at the end, there was a whole other room, which is the library, that also got corrupted, so I'm sorry about that. I was going to redo it, but it just wasn't working, so I'll show you in the walkthrough. But as we start off, this is our main entrance room, which you saw me build. In here, it's just a really nice entrance to greet you in. The warm lighting makes it feel really kind of cozy and rustic in here, and obviously the Madame Leota table is the main focus point in here. You see it as soon as you come in, and then the kind of like big red curtains on the side matching with the windows just give it this really nice gold and red vibe, which kind of seemed to work really well with the purple wallpaper. Heading out of there into the next room, this is obviously the grand dining room that you saw me build, and in here it's obviously a lot more of a red vibe, incorporating some of that as well as some gold and some oranges as well with the pumpkins. And so in here we've got our grand dining table, we have got windows lining all the walls so it feels very open. Then we've got our little area with some sculptures and some books, and then we've got some pumpkins around by the front door. As you can see, I did change the front doors to the Tiana ones. I felt like they fit better. And then our grand dining table, we've got these seating places for everyone to sit and some silverware on there with the really big grand chandelier and lighting above it to just light it all up and make it feel like a lot bigger of a room than it actually is. Now the next room we're heading into, this is the library. This is the one that unfortunately you didn't get to see me build, but I will quickly go through it now. So as you can see, this is the library. It's pretty simple in here. We've got a desk at the front with a painting above it, lots of candelabras and lighting. We've got 2 of the Tiana chairs in the corners, and then bookshelves lining all the walls. I managed to fit in these really small Tiana windows from Scrooge's in the gaps, which really worked well. We've got a little seating area with some teacups, and then one of the lounge chairs whoever lives here can sit on and read. This is a very simple room, but I apologise again that you couldn't see me build it, but hopefully from this you can kind of get an idea of the feel I was going for in this library room. Heading out of there is the final room, which you obviously saw a little bit and me film the end of. This is our kind of like potions room, our spookiest room. In here, as you can see, the paintings on the walls kind of hit you as soon as you come in. There are so many in here and so much going on the walls that I didn't really need windows. I kind of wanted this room to feel a lot more dark and dingy, but also have the brightness of all the pumpkins, all of the treat buckets, the potions on the shelves, and then obviously the cauldron in the middle to be the centerpiece with the gorgeous Haunted Mansion piano behind it, and just give it this really nice spooky kind of witchy vibe in here. I wanted it to feel very eclectic and very full. So here are some shots of the final build. As you can see, I've kind of done clips of each one just so you can see all the candlelight glowing and everything. It was a bit more exciting than pictures, but I really love how this turned out. It actually turned out better than I thought it would. I obviously would love to do like a movie accurate Haunted Mansion, but I just felt like with the fact we've only got kind of 2 items really and a wallpaper that are directly from the movie, I just felt like it was going to be a bit of a challenge. So I felt like I would kind of challenge myself and do something that was a little bit more creative, and I had to kind of go by my own ideas of what I would do if I was decorating my own Haunted Mansion. So this is what I came up with. Obviously this is only 4 different room designs, but I felt like it was a really cool way to display these new items. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and you like my Haunted Mansion. Have you done a Haunted Mansion build inside yours or decorated yet with Madame Leota's table? Do let me know down below. I love this item and I've really enjoyed making it a centerpiece in here and using it in some spooky builds in the future. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you so much for all the support on the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!